Hi, I'm Ray Thompson, and this is Unsolicited Opinion, food for thought fueled by facts, where I talk about navigating the world of notoriety and what's popping off in pop culture. Welcome to March Madness, Unsolicited Opinion Edition. No winners or losers, no natty, just a bit more clarity at the conclusion. Sorry for the babbling, rambling, whatever. My soul is still hurting from having watched the two-part 4-hour Lifetime documentary, Where's Wendy Williams?, which chronicles the former talk show host's descent into alcohol-enabled dementia as she attempts to make a comeback. Where is Wendy Williams? The doc never answered this key question. At present, she's sequestered in a cognitive care facility, location unknown to all except her financial guardian and her now former handlers. The raw depiction of Wendy's apparent dementia and addiction was troubling, considering that Wendy, due to her cognitive condition, would not have been able to fully consent. And it's interesting, Wendy Williams was listed as the executive producer of this documentary that shows her in a not so flattering light, to say the least. What, or rather who I find more troubling than her, Wendy's, inept and enabling handlers, like her now reported former jeweler-turned-manager, Will Selby, who, by the way, also served as executive producer of the doc, is the lack of urgency and transparency from her family, who seem to be seeking fame and maybe a bit of fortune from a family member's demise. I know many see Wendy's family as her savior, folks who will have her best interests at heart. Folks who would give their heart, soul, mind, and good right hand to have her, Wendy, under their care in Miami where they reside. I just don't see them as the saviors as others do. Nor do I feel that the current conservatorship, with its financial guardian, who reportedly is embroiled in a $30 million lawsuit, is the answer either. We now know, thanks to Wendy's longtime bestie, Reg, who revealed during a post-doc interview that Wendy, who had no access to her money, every morning had to call her guardian to order breakfast. And sometimes that food, that breakfast, didn't arrive until noon. Reg often had to order Uber Eats for Wendy, and Reg, by the way, is located in California, and Wendy in New York. Just in case you're inclined not to believe Reg, the producers of the doc, during a scene with Wendy's niece, Alex, told Alex that Wendy's fridge was empty. Wow. Okay, more on Wendy's family. Why didn't Alex get Wendy some groceries? Oh yeah, she was way too concerned about Sean's presence. Alex, you couldn't do anything about Sean and her shenanigans, but you could have at least filled your aunt's fridge. The real question is how at this time, knowing that the guardianship is under review this year, and every year for that matter, how can the fam right this ship gone wrong? What they can do is sound the alarm, continuously and loudly, about the troubling state of conservatorships and financial guardianships in America. Hashtag Free Wendy. I've got a question. Why haven't Wendy's fam used media resources available to them more effectively? What do I mean? They are in a large media market, Miami, and Alex, Wendy's favorite and only niece, is a member of said media as an anchor at a local station. She knows better than anyone in her family how to craft and promote a story and how to get the word out in such a way to get the attention of the public and other large national media outlets. She did just that prior to the premiere of the documentary with an appearance on The View. Good start, Alex, but you have to go a lot further. Ditch the cutesy Lifetime TikTok listicle where you talk about Aunt Wendy's life lessons or some other BS. Not a good look, girl. Looking way too opportunistic for my taste. Alex, I want to see you on every major podcast, small and large. Talk to bloggers like Tasha K. Yes, Tasha. She has a large and engaged audience full of Wendy fans and stans. Also, Chronicle Speaks is another one. She was the first to uncover Big Kev's extramarital shenanigans, as well as his real name, Kelvin. Hell, you might take a shot at talking to Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan, you say? Joe Rogan loves a good anti-government, anti-establishment rant, and you certainly have got one for him. Alex, do some TikTok lives directly touching base with the people, letting them know how they can help you in your quest to hashtag free Wendy. During those lives is where you can share your anecdotes about your Aunt Wendy. Let them know how important Wendy's freedom is to them as well, because this could happen to them or someone they love. Remember, public perception is most critical at this time. People are on your side, but play your hand carefully but expeditiously, because with every passing week, the public's interest will wane if you don't manage to keep Wendy's name and the issue in the press and on social media. Little Kev, my love, front and center, please. I'm going to need you to address when and how your mother gave you permission to spend seemingly excessive amounts of her money when you said she had been diagnosed with alcohol-induced dementia. Since your activities at the bank, Wells Fargo to be exact, bringing your father's attorney to the bank along with your cognitively impaired mother with the intention of seeking access to her money, more than likely played a major role in this mess. So you, whether you like it or not, will have to issue a mea culpa of sorts. Let the public know that you've learned your lesson, that you are more fiscally responsible, that you now have your own business, making your own money, that you are living responsibly, if not frugally. Let them know that you are ready, willing, and able to resume caring for, or at least share in the caring of, your mother Wendy. And Kev, just for ish and giggles, why are you listed as executive producer of the doc? What role did you take in having the story told and why? This inquiring mind, and I'm sure many others, would like to know. Kev, your answer should be to bring my mother home and to free her from the shackles of financial guardianship. Any other answer would be unacceptable. Wanda, Wendy's legal eagle sister. What is your legal specialty, and why did you send Wendy back to New York City into the clutches of Debmar Mercury, knowing that Wendy was in a fragile state? And why did you not seek wise counsel from fellow counsel before doing so? And Wanda, when it was mentioned in the doc, why did it seem like you didn't know Wendy's conservatorship was up for review? And Wanda, my love, have you received the required training necessary to care for Wendy if and when she returns to your family's care? You mentioned your willingness to receive such training during the documentary. And I'm going to need the fam, all of you, with the exception of Wendy's loud and wrong brother Tommy, media thirst trap extraordinaire, to keep abreast of the scheduled date for the review of Wendy's financial guardianship conservatorship. Here's the deal. What I want to see, what I hope to see, is a grassroots movement, fueled by these media appearances that will address the use of financial guardianships in New York State and across the nation. Hashtag free Wendy. I want to see a march on Foley Square in Manhattan, the site of the New York State Supreme Court. And on the steps of the Supreme Court, people will have the opportunity to give their testimonies. They will be surrounded by lawyers, advocates, fans, and others holding high their hashtag free Wendy signs. I want to see a march from the courthouse through the streets of Manhattan, across the Brooklyn Bridge to the New York State Attorney General's Letitia James's office, where the resolve is further strengthened. Hashtag free Wendy. My hope, my dream is that this effort will evolve into a national movement, one that may end up in the halls of Congress or on the steps of the Supreme Court. We the people, yes, I said we, must come together in order for this dream to become a reality. But first, we must be clear on the goals and the acceptable outcomes. Awareness is not enough. We are aware that ish stinks. So what are we going to do to clean it up? I dream, I hope, I pray for that glorious day when the Free Wendy Williams movement will culminate in the passage of the Wendy Williams Act, one that protects the most vulnerable, our elderly, our disabled, from legalized financial exploitation. Oh, what a glorious day that will be. And oh, what a legacy she will leave. Hashtag free Wendy now and always. This is Carla Ray Thompson, and that was Unsolicited Opinion, Food for Thought, Fueled by Facts.